Hey everybody, it's Carolyn with ZippyDesignZ. My apologies for my voice. I've got a little bit of laryngitis due to some allergies, but I wanted to show you the pleater board that we are now using to make the pleats in the front and back of the fashion face mask. This is number 3. It's got pleats in the front as well as pleats in the back. I know the pleating process is the most time-consuming as well as the most frustrating part of the whole thing. This is a game changer. My friend Diane was watching YouTube videos on pleater boards, and we have customized the pleater board process to use a template so it's specific to the fashion face mask 2 and fashion face mask 3 depending on what template you're using. It does take about 30 minutes to make the pleater board, but once you've made the pleater board, you can use it over and over again. It will allow you to pleat the fabric in approximately 30 seconds. Nice and crisp, looks beautiful, 30 seconds. Let me show you how you do it. First thing I want you to do is put a piece of cardstock in your printer. It needs to be cardstock because printer paper is a little bit too thin for this project. Take a rotary cutter and cut around all 4 sides to trim it up along the scissor markings so you end up with something that looks similar to this. Okay, then we're going to use our clear quilting ruler, line it up on the fold lines, and we're going to score them. This is officially a scorer or a scoring tool. It came out of my scrapbook toolkit. So we're going to score along the lines. If you don't have a scorer, you can use the tip of your scissors. Don't open them. You don't want to cut the paper. You just want to score it. Okay? We're going to score the top front fold, the pleat 1 fold, the pleat 2 fold, and the pleat 3 fold. Unless you're making the small mask, it only has 2 pleats. So we'll only be doing the top front fold, pleat 1, and pleat 2. Okay? Once they're all scored, we're going to pleat this just like it was a piece of fabric. According to the written instructions, it says with wrong sides together, make a fold along that pleat 1 fold line. So we're going to fold it. We're going to score it. And then it says to align the pleat 1 fold with the pleat 1 fold placement line. So we're going to bring it down, score it, flip it over to the wrong side, score it again. 1 pleat, done. 2nd pleat, wrong sides together. We're going to fold it along the pleat 2 fold. We're going to score. We're going to open it up. Pleat 2 fold aligns with pleat 2 fold placement line. Folds down, score it, turn it to the wrong side. You want a nice crisp crease on this. Turn it over, 2 pleats done. Last one, pleat 3 fold, wrong sides together. Fold it, score it. Pleat 3 fold goes to pleat 3 fold placement line. Down just like that, score it, turn it over, score it really well. Ta-da! All 3 pleats done. Yay! Okay, now the front top fold on the front template is always going to be folded to the back side. That allows this pipe cleaner casing to be created in the hoop. So I fold mine back basically and just hide it. Just leave it there. And I'll show you in a second why I do that. So it's now on the back side. You're going to score it really well. Okay. Take this over to your ironing board, and with a hot iron, I want you to press, press, press. Press this as flat as you possibly can. Turn it over to the wrong side. Press it some more. Press, press, press. Flat as can be. Let it cool. Turn it over. Open it up and press it flat. You're like, that crazy lady just got rid of all my fancy pleats I just made. I promise they'll come back. Now, this template is going to be it's going to be your pleater board in a second. And fabric works a whole lot better than just plain paper, the fabric right here. So I've chosen the black fabric, okay? Take it to the ironing board, just a piece of cotton fabric, press it flat, and then on the wrong side of your fabric, put a fusible adhesive, whether it's Wonder, Under, Heat and Bond Light, whatever you have. Press it to apply according to manufacturer's directions. Let it cool. Peel off the paper. The fusible is now on the wrong side. So with the wrong side fusible touching the top side of that template, take it to the ironing board and press right there in the center. Okay, get the fusible working and then bring it back to your cutting table and trim off all these extra edges with a rotary cutter. If there's fusible right here, you don't want that on your ironing board cover or worse, your iron. So cut all that off and then go back to the ironing board and press really well. It'll be nice and flat. It will look something like this. Nice and straight edges. There's your template. There's your fabric on top. It's fused. Now we need to replete it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's that top fold. I'm going to fold it back like that and press it really well. Here again, back at the ironing board. Press, press, press. Flip it over to the wrong side. Press, press, press. Now, I chose to close my pleater board. I don't know if that's the correct term, but I didn't want it to accordion like this. I wanted it to be flat. So I chose a back fabric for my pleater board. Same process. Iron it flat. It's just cotton. Put some fusible Wonder Under Heat and Bond Light on the back. Let it cool. Peel off the paper. The fusible wrong side is now going to be fused to the back of the pleater board. Put the iron right there. Flip it back over at your cutting table. Trim off the excess of the edges again. And you will come up with something that looks similar to this. Mine's a little bit wider because this is a prototype, but it's going to have your 3 pleats right there. It opens up, it doesn't expand accordion, and there's the back. Now, it's all pretty. What do you do with it? Grab your template that you've cut. This is your piece of fabric that you've cut according to the size of the template. This one is 10 by 8. And this is a little bit out of sequence as far as the written instructions go, but the pleater board concept is new, so we're adjusting a little bit. Start up at the top, line your fabric up, and this notch right here at the top for the front top fold, I want you to mark that notch there and that notch there, okay? And then I want you to fold it to the wrong side like it says in the instructions. Take it to the ironing board and press that top fold really, really well. A little bit of starch is helpful. You want a really crisp fold right at the top. Now what do you do with it? Take the top fold and put it on the top of your pleater board, just like that. Sits along the top. Okay? See where we're going with this? Thumb, hold it tight. Bend the board, push it in there with your finger. Grab a credit card. Never be without a credit card. Push it in there so it's right inside that pleat right there. Take it to the iron. Press pleat number 1. Let it cool. Your fingertips will thank you. Take your thumb. Hold pleat number 1 in place. Take your finger. Push in number 2. Follow it up with a credit card to get it right in there secure. Take it to the iron. Press pleat number 1 and 2. Let it cool. Use your thumb to hold pleat number 1 and 2 in place. Fingers to press it in. Fingers to press it in. There we go. Credit card to line it up straight. Take it to the ironing board. Press all 3 pleats. Let it cool. Take it off your pleater board. It's going to look a little wonky. Fold it back. Line it up. Get it the way you want it. Press it one more time with an iron. Take a piece of painter's tape to hold those pleats nice and flat so when you put it in the hoop, you lower the risk of your presser foot getting caught in those. There you go. Enjoy. Be safe, ladies.